The way that automatic prerogative works is there's got to be compliance.
Hey guys, welcome back. So it's been a while since I have done a video. A lot has happened and I'm probably not going to talk about most of it. Ever since the election, I have been in a pretty bad fucking mood. I don't want to say it's because of what happened, but I think it is. There has been a lot of like New World Order vibes just being spewed all over the place lately, and honestly, I'm not here for it.
And I encourage other governments to join in as well. We need to work together, and not just on vaccines. Canada believes that a strong, coordinated response across the world and across sectors is essential. This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset. This is our chance to accelerate our pre-pandemic efforts to reimagine economic systems that actually address global challenges like extreme poverty, inequality, and climate change.
And you pick the people to run those agencies and the deputies that are pledging allegiance to the New World Order and good governance. And then I think you have the Inspector General do some spot audits to make sure that there is real compliance.
I just don't like when a lot of politicians suddenly get on this wave of mentioning like a reset or just blatantly saying New World Order. I'm not here for it at all. If you're a sane person, you are aware that a lot of shady shit has been going on as far as mail-in ballots go and ballots suddenly being found when they have to do a hand recount.
Floyd County, Georgia. They realized that somebody did not upload from a memory card or memory stick something like 2,600 votes. They say it's human error. Does that change anything for the Trump camp?
Well, this continues to prove what we've been saying all along, that each step we take to protect election integrity, if it's this hand recount in Georgia where all of a sudden they have found 2,600 additional votes, that's 2,600 Georgians who almost didn't have their voice heard in the presidential election. This is another step toward us being able to make sure that this is a free and fair election, that we can trust the results. There were 153,000 votes cast in that one race there in Nevada. And what we saw opens up the questions that we have been asking. If there are instances of fraud, if there are discrepancies, if there are irregularities, we should be looking into those. The fact that there are 139 instances of irregularities in this one case should worry the American people. People voting twice, that should worry the American people. We want to make sure we get this right because it's so important that we know every vote is counted and counted appropriately.
It's all very suspicious. It's all very unsettling. I don't like it because I want to trust in our democracy. I want to trust in the election process, but this kind of shit makes me not want to participate, makes me not want to be part of it, because if fraud's going on and literally everybody ignores it, what's going to stop it from happening every single time after this? Even if it's not like enough to get Trump reelected, I would like every single case of voter fraud to be brought forward and made to be a big deal like it is. Jack Dorsey got grilled again by Ted Cruz, a bunch of other people, but most importantly Ted Cruz. I don't know why, but I just find Ted Cruz going after Jack Dorsey fucking hilarious. It's very amusing to me. I think because I have a dark sense of humor, I find him putting Jack Dorsey in his place and making him look like a fucking idiot. It's just so comical to me. It brings me joy. Ted Cruz literally gave Jack Dorsey a fucking vocabulary quiz in the middle of this shit, and I just don't see how other people aren't finding that hilarious.
Is Twitter a publisher?
Is Twitter a publisher?
Yes.
No, we are not. We distribute information.
So what is a publisher?
An entity that is publishing under editorial guidelines and decisions.
Well, your answer happens to be contrary to the text of federal statute, particular section 230, which defines an information content provider as any person or entity that is responsible in whole or in part for the creation or development of information provided through the internet or any other interactive computer service. Did you block Edward Snowden when he illegally released material?
I don't have the answer to that.
The answer is no. Does voter fraud exist?
I don't know for certain.
Are you an expert in voter fraud?
No, I'm not.
Well, why then is Twitter right now putting purported warnings on virtually any statement about voter fraud?
We're simply linking to a broader conversation so that people have more information.
No, you're not. You put up a page that says, quote, voter fraud of any kind is exceedingly rare in the United States. That's not linking to a broader conversation. That's taking a disputed policy position. And you're a publisher when you're doing that. You're entitled to take a policy position, but you don't get to pretend you're not a publisher and get a special benefit under Section 230 as a result. Are you aware that just 2 weeks ago in the state of Texas, a woman was charged with 134 counts of election fraud? Are you aware of that?
I'm not aware of that.
If I tweeted that statement with a link to the indictment, would you put a warning on it that says, well, the Democratic Party position right now is voter fraud doesn't exist?
I don't think it's useful to get into hypotheticals, but I don't believe so.
You don't believe so? Well, we're going to test that because I'm going to tweet that and we'll see what you put on it.
All of this is very amusing and all, but something actually needs to be done. The censorship that's going on is fucking ridiculous. I hate it. It's making me hate social media, which sucks because this is like the fucking path I've been going down for 2 years now. So it's like, fuck, what do I do now? I hope you liked the video. I know I'm kind of all over the place. I will get back into a groove at some point, I swear. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.